Hey Hot Rods fans, welcome to Bowling Green Ballpark as we rev up another homestand and another episode of the Tune-Up. 3-game homestand tonight, Thursday, and Friday against the South Bend Silverhawks, the Class A affiliates of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Hot Rods are playing some good baseball right now. They just are off their most successful month in franchise history, 19-9 in the month of July, and they are playing well in August as well. The last time the team was at home, the team won 5 of 7, and they just split a 4-game series on the road at Parkview Field up in Fort Wayne, Indiana, which is a tough place to play. So the Hot Rods playing good baseball, and we're excited to bring you the first of a 3-game homestand tonight at 6:35 against the South Bend Silverhawks. So let's take a look at some alums still making their way through the Rays organization, a segment that we like to call our Alumni Report. First, we'll take a look at Isaiah Velasquez. You remember him back on that 2009 Hot Rods team. He was an infielder. Well, since that year, he has since been moved to the outfield in the Rays organization, and a little banged up this season. He is just now making his return to baseball game action as he is down in the Gulf Coast League rehabbing with the GCL Rays. Isaiah Velasquez likely to be sent to Double-A once he is healthy, and that's where he started out the year with the Double-A Montgomery Biscuits. Velasquez, an exciting player, an extra base hit machine back in 2009 with the Hot Rods, and he's still trying to make his way farther and farther up the Rays organization. Well, speaking of a guy that has certainly been a quick riser, Derek Dietrich, a guy that has, since we last saw you, has earned a call-up to Double-A Montgomery. He was obviously a guy that was a big part of that Hot Rods team last year that made their first ever playoff appearance. Dietrich started out this year slow in High A Charlotte with the Florida State League affiliate of the Rays, the Charlotte Stone Crabs. Really picked things up, and he was called up just after Mikey Matuk was called up, and they both are now playing in Double-A together with the Montgomery Biscuits, a lineup that just gets better and better the more you look at it. And Dietrich has been, well, very successful so far in Double-A. He's already hit 2 home runs, and he had a 2-run home run the other night for the Southern League affiliate of the Tampa Bay Rays. So some alums to keep your eyes and ears on as they make their way up throughout the Rays organization. Isaiah Velasquez and Derek Dietrich. And so as we continue the tune-up, let's take a look at the standings here in the Midwest League. Hot Rods fresh off that 4-game series split up in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Still the best record in the second half in the Eastern Division, 27-17, and they are tied with the Clinton Lumber Kings out in the Western Division for the best record overall in the second half of the season. Bowling Green 27-17. They have a 1-game lead over Fort Wayne, and then it's Lansing who is 2 games back up the Hot Rods. But Bowling Green and Lansing already qualifying. It would be Fort Wayne and Lake County that would be your second half playoff participants in the Eastern Division. Fort Wayne, a 2-game lead for the division crown, and then Lake County, a 2-game lead for the wild card. The team that is looking up at Lake County right now, the team that's closest to them, the South Bend Silverhawks. So this is a very important 3-game series for South Bend as they try to remain in the race for a playoff spot in the second half of the season. And those are a look at your standings. Let's take a look at our starting pitching matchup tonight here at Bowling Green Ballpark. It is a dandy. Hot Rods sending Ryan Carpenter to the mound. He's 10-5 on the season, and you know how good he has been at home this year. Carpenter 7-0 at home with an ERA in the 0.60s. I mean, it's just a fantastic home season for Ryan Carpenter this year. So you know the Hot Rods always have a good chance to win when Carpenter is on the mound. And Bowling Green did win Carpenter's only starting at South Bend this year. It was back in May, the last time these two teams met against the South Bend Silverhawks right here at Bowling Green Ballpark. And for the South Bend Silverhawks, Archie Bradley getting the start tonight. 7th overall pick in last year's 2011 first-year player draft. Bradley, a fantastic talent. He's just 19 years old, a hard thrower, and he has had some success against the Hot Rods this year. So you've got Carpenter, who has been one of the aces on the Hot Rod staff, against the Silverhawks ace, setting up to be a fantastic pitching matchup at the ballpark tonight. It is thought that the moon is covered with craters due to meteorites, when in fact, he was just playing long ball. The opposing team wears his jerseys.
He never makes an out at the plate, but if he did, there's a written rule that his team would automatically score a run out of respect. He is the most interesting mascot in the world.
And as we wrap up the tune-up for you, one final segment on the show as we prepare for first pitch tonight at 6:35. Some promotions to keep your eyes on as we continue the homestand and the home portion of the 2012 Hot Rod season. Tomorrow night, Thrifty Thursday featuring $2 food and drink specials. It's also Guys Night out at the ballpark, so bring the crew for some male bonding. Friday night, Christian Family Radio, Faith and Family Night, featuring a night of faith and baseball at the ballpark, a pregame concert by national Christian recording artist Unspoken, and a pregame faith testimonial from a couple of Hot Rods players. The next Saturday home game is Saturday, August the 18th. Postgame fireworks as we wind down the most extensive fireworks display in Bowling Green Hot Rods history. Those are some promotions to keep your eyes on. How about some players to watch out for? And we'll start with the home team Hot Rods, Drew Vedelson. Coming off a very successful series up in Fort Wayne, Vedelson had 2 home runs in that series to bring his home run total on the season to 12, and so he is swinging a hot bat lately. And for the South Bend Silverhawks, Danny Aguila, a guy who was recently named the Midwest League Player of the Week, 3 homers in his last 10 games, and he has had only 3 homers the entire season leading up to that point. And so Aguila really swinging a hot bat for the Silverhawks, who are trying to get hot to move back into the playoff race. So those are some players to keep your eyes on for the game tonight, the first of a 3-game series with the South Bend Silverhawks here at Bowling Green Ballpark. First pitch at 6:35. We're going to wind down the show now. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you enjoy Hot Rods baseball tonight. A big thanks to our producers, Stacy Eisen and Atlee McKeffey. I'm your host, Hank Fuerst, signing off for tonight's tune-up, and we will see you tomorrow night right here at Bowling Green Ballpark, hopefully talking about a Hot Rods win.